Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. It has actually rained heavily here in Kisumu. I don't know whether it also rained in your area. So please let me know where you are currently watching the video from, especially the name of the town. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 events took place yesterday, which are definitely going to shape the politics of the Republic of Kenya moving forward, particularly the 2027 presidential elections. The first thing that took place was the appointment of ambassadors. And I want to challenge you to go and pick that list and study it one by one and figure out why those individuals were appointed, where they are coming from, who they are. And I want you guys to focus and ask yourself one main question. Why William Ruto decided to promote Raila Odinga's sister to be the deputy head of mission in Los Angeles? I want you to do that. The second thing that took place yesterday were the changes in the military. William Ruto also effected several changes in the military. Again, I want to challenge you to go and pick that list. Study it. Already I've seen Caleb Amisi complaining that there's no lawyer in that list. But let me just go through to Pauline Njoroge's post. There's a post she made there. There's a post she made there. Let me just get that post. This is what Pauline Njoroge posted. It's here. So, Lieutenant General Peter Njiru was removed as the army commander in the name of being appointed ambassador to Pakistan. So I want you again to go and figure out who was appointed as the new army commander. Because the truth is, the next guy who will head the military is going to come from the army. What I don't know is whether Lieutenant General Peter Njiru has attained the retirement age of 61. Because if he is going to attain the age of 61, then definitely he cannot qualify. So those appointments in the military are also very, very important. The third thing was the NADCO report, which was submitted to both William Ruto and Raila Odinga. Kalonzo Musyoka and Kimani Ichungwa led the team. They first delivered the report to President William Ruto. Then they came to Capitol Hill. And I noted something which is forming the basis of this analysis. How Kimani Ichungwa was excited. The number of times he called Raila Odinga His Excellency. How Aaron Cheriot was trying so hard to be close to Raila Odinga. I want you guys to watch the statement or the speech by Kimani Ichungwa because it's going to form the basis of this analysis. Kimani Ichungwa was very clear that was his first time at Capitol Hill.
Almost 90% of the issues that you did task us to address in the National Dialogue Committee, and the few issues that we could not agree on, Your Excellency, as you will read in the report, there are issues that we referred to yourself and to His Excellency the President. But by and large, Your Excellency, as you have just told us there, the most important thing for this team and for our nation is not to forget what led us to the National Dialogue Committee, that there are indeed lives that were lost of Kenyans, there is property that was destroyed, and our economy taken aback for a moment. But the lessons, Your Excellency, that we have learned as a team and as Kenyans, that there is no task that is beyond people or a people in a country when they speak to each other and when they dialogue. We began as 2 teams that had their views on almost each of the issues that were before us. But we were able, through dialogue, to build consensus and agree. And I want to believe even the things that we have referred to you and His Excellency the President are issues that, considered together in the spirit of Kenyanhood, we shall be able to surmount and move together as a country. We have learned our lessons, and Your Excellency, as you have rightly told us, the best gift that we can gift to those families who lost their loved ones, those who lost property, is to ensure that never again in this country shall violence become part of our political discourse, and that we shall always endeavor as a nation to speak with each other and resolve our issues amicably. With those many remarks, Your Excellency, let me say on behalf of this Kenya Kwanza team, for many of us it's our first time to be at Capitol Hill. And there is a time, Your Excellency, we would not have set foot here. So we are indeed grateful that we are now here as part of the Kenya Kwanza team that are happy to have been welcomed here by yourself and your great team here. And we value you as a Kenyan, as a nationalist, an African statesman who has Kenyans and many Africans at heart. And Your Excellency, we have said elsewhere that even as you endeavor to take over the AU chairmanship, AU Commission chairmanship from the Honorable Musa, we support you as Kenyans. And we support you because you go to the AU not to represent Azimio or ODM, that you go there as a Kenyan. And whenever any one of us as Kenyans is gunning for a continental and international job, we are obligated as patriotic Kenyans to support. And we support your candidature, Your Excellency.
Now, that's Kimani Ichungwa. Again, for the student of history, I want you to check your calendar and tell me what took place on the 8th day of March 2018. Because yesterday was also 8th day of March 2024. But let us focus on the statement or the speech by Kimani Ichungwa, because for me, the presence of Kimani Ichungwa is significant. But before we do all those, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why do I strongly believe that the statement by Kimani Ichungwa that it was his first time to visit Capitol Hill is significant, and why his presence at Capitol Hill alongside other Kenya Kwanza leaders who joined him while submitting that report to Raila Odinga is significant. Number one, it confirms one thing, that there is a handshake between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. In fact, the truth of the matter is that as much as Kenya Kwanza would not want us to call it handshake, what is happening between Ruto and Raila is not different from what happened between Uhuru and Raila. Basically, there is handshake. That's how I can describe it. You can call the other one handshake government. I want to give this other one a new name. Let us call it NADCO government. Or if you call that one BBI government, this is NADCO government. So the truth is, there is handshake. And because of that handshake, it's now possible for cabinet secretaries like Aisha Jumwa to go and seek for Raila's opinion in Capitol Hill. It's now possible for the majority leader in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichungwa, to go to Capitol Hill to consult and to deliver report to Raila Odinga. The truth is, the moment Kimani Ichungwa as the majority leader went to Capitol Hill to deliver a document, handshake. Number two, it also confirms that there are powerful forces behind the NADCO report. That is the honest truth. Powerful forces. And that is why Raila Odinga and William Ruto cannot do minus that NADCO report. And I was surprised that when Ruto was receiving the report, Rigathi Gachagua was present. Rigathi Gachagua opposed the NADCO proceedings, the bipartisan talks, from the beginning until the end. But William Ruto proceeded, Raila Odinga proceeded. It just confirms that there are very powerful forces behind the NADCO report and that you cannot stand on the way of the NADCO report. Number 3, I'm also seeing coded message from William Ruto and Raila Odinga to Kenyans to embrace handshake, to embrace that NADCO report. And in fact, it's a coded message, particularly to the political class. Ruto is telling anybody who is opposed to the NADCO report that you must support it. Raila Odinga is also telling anybody who is opposed to the NADCO report that you must support it. And I believe that they're doing that because they are powerful forces. I don't want to fear anything. I believe that the American government and the British government are fully behind that NADCO report. Number 4 is the constant in politics. I've always explained to you on this platform many times that in politics we have only 2 constants. The interest. As long as the interest of politicians can converge, they will always work together. If you read the NADCO report, you'll realize that there's something which is bringing Ruto and Raila together. For Ruto, there are certain things he wants to achieve with that NADCO report, including making Musalia Mudavadi's office constitutional. For Raila Odinga, there's also something which he wants to achieve by that NADCO report. And their interests are converging. The truth is, if their interests were not converging, they'll be going separate ways. And lastly, the presence of Kimani Ichungwa, Aaron Cheriot, simply means that William Ruto is interested in working with Raila Odinga. I don't know what you think. And let me ask you this simple question. Assuming you are someone who has been opposing Raila Odinga, for example, from Nyanza for a long time, to an extent that you never voted for him in the last election, then you've been supporting Kenya Kwanza government in the hope that they'll reward you, making the loudest noise. Then, from nowhere, Raila Odinga's sister is being promoted. What would you do? Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.